Hello, beloved Pisces. Welcome back to Glinda Good, Costa Rica edition. It is very hot and very loud, but I'm going to do a traditional Celtic cross read for your week of February 25th through March 2nd. So bear with me. We may have to pause depending on how loud it gets. I'm just very excited to get something out for you. All right, let's get started. All right, a little trapped feeling, worried about some legacy. Let me get these. Oh, beautiful energy on the bottom. Victory just passed. High in your mind, you're missing something. Look what's coming towards you. Everything is fine. You are so good. Oh, beautiful energy to use for the week. My favorite, the Queen of Wands. Okay, you are being shown some work. Oh, wow. Okay, incredible. Look at this on the bottom. Interesting. Okay, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, I feel like there is a concern about like money and control and legacy, right? Because this is the card that's challenging you. And this is the wealth card. This is about long-term, wealth and legacy. So there's something here that is a challenge for you this week. As we land in the beginning of the week, it seems like you've just finished something that was quite nice, feeling quite accomplished, victorious, even a public recognition of sorts. But you arrive here kind of feeling stuck in a situation that you can't see out of, with this being your challenge. But I mean, what's headed your way is the Four of Wands, so don't find myself too concerned. Pretty wonderful. But yeah, overarching everything again is this desire for control, for the status quo, for what's familiar. You may be. Well, we'll see how all of this goes together. I will say too that having these want to fly out during shuffling is pretty wonderful. There is a journey happening for you. Could in fact be an actual journey, a travel move, setting out into something, into the great unknown in a really beautiful, delicious way. And you've got the support of the sun, so it kind of doesn't get any better than that. The sun brings positivity to every card it's near. If the sun is in your read, it just lifts the energy of anything that's going on. So for these two come out together is an extraordinary sign. And also you end in the Knight of Swords. So there is going to be, very fast movement, a quick trajectory. I guess at the end of the week, something is going to move and be revealed. There might be a little cautionary tale there, but I'll get into that as well. Do you want to introduce yourself to the people on YouTube? No? Okay, I have a busy household here, so somebody was just walking through. Let me start at the beginning for you anyway. So, again, just passed something really wonderful, some victory. It seems like, what is that? The week of Valentine's was a very good week. Some good things were happening for you, some major success. And then as, it could also just be the letdown of whatever wonderful was going on for you that week, because as we begin here, there is a situation it doesn't seem like you can see your way out of. And the concern here is with money, with legacy, with long-term meaning and success, okay? That's okay. It will pass. I mean, you have the Four of Wands coming towards you. I mean, this is so much about a full release from worry. It is celebration and freedom. It's stability and belonging. So you're feeling this will arrive in some way this week, I think, to offer you some relief here. Let's see. 4, 4, 4. You have 3 4s. And 4s are about like foundations and stability, I think in numerology. So that is interesting, right? Because the overarching here with the 4 of Pentacles, high in your crown is the 4 of Cups. So high on your mind is the Four of Cups. And this is like, you know, you're missing a blessing, you're missing the point. So there's some kind of, you know, aggravation. You're not understanding, like, why are things the way they are? So something is happening here with that, which makes sense because this is where you stand and you have an overall energy of the Four of Pentacles, right? So it makes sense then. This is far more gentle, and it does tell you that there is still an offer. Literally a full cup is being handed to you from the sky, okay? And then deep down in your root is the High Priestess. What an incredibly beautiful card. There's something here about really deep wisdom, you know, sacred wisdom. So there's something deep truth. So there's something really beautiful going on for you here, the feeling under the feeling. This placement is sort of like, if you were asking a question, it would say this is the reason for the query. And maybe it's because you are having a really deep sense of yourself, of life, of the meaning of life. And you could be caught up in some worldly things right now, but you have a plan. There's some kind of journey I feel like you're taking. You've got the Three of Wands, and so this person has set out on some kind of journey. It's unknown, but the provisions are there for him, and you have the Sun backing you. So I feel like something at your root, at your core, is really enjoying the deeper meaning of things. You know, really knowing yourself, knowing a deeper truth. You know, everything for Pisces with this change of Pluto, I think, was around a deeper, okay, the noise is gone. What was I saying? The Pluto change for Pisces was around getting into that deeper intuition, into your subconscious, shining a light on any darkness. So I feel like maybe you really could be grounded in that right now, this being at the root. And then there are all these cards representing kind of worldly matters. Again, the fours are just so structural, foundational. And there's just some kind of irritation here, some kind of disappointment. You're being asked, you know, your advice quite, you know, is to know your worth. This is literally placed in the position of how to source yourself, what asset to use, what is going to give you strength for the week. And again, you know, not massive challenges here, but this is a card of knowing your worth. She is absolutely beautiful energy. She's my favorite. She's my mentor. She's very attractive, body, mind, spirit, you know, physically attractive, charming, you know, just brings up the energy wherever she goes. She's unapologetic in nature. She knows who she is, she knows her value, she knows her place, and she cares more about being authentic to herself than being well liked. And then ironically, she is well liked, right? So it goes. So this is how you're supposed to source yourself. So I think maybe with whatever your new discoveries are, whatever this is about you, this new you that you're discovering, perhaps you don't need to hide it so much, but definitely don't hide it from yourself, right? Okay. This is, you know, bring it into the light. Let it be real. So interesting, this Pluto thing, because the High Priestess is so much about coming into yourself as like knowing your deep awareness, your wisdom. Your true self knows. This is your true knowing, listening to your inner self. This is pushing aside, you know, the veils. So again, maybe there's just something happening for you, some worldly stuff that you still need to deal with, or really that I think you just find yourself concerned with, you know? I mean, the interesting thing about this card is that they always say, it's surrounded by swords. You can get yourself out of this situation at any time. So this is some kind of self-imposed worry. That's the nature of this. Whereas with another swords card, where, you know, is it the 9? It's kind of a never-ending nightmare. That's like, ugh, it's all, you know, you really are kind of stuck there. This is the self-imposed worry, okay? So, and it definitely surrounds something around longevity, wealth, legacy, long-term stuff. But there's going to be some beauty show up for you. This is, I would say, make sure that you do stay true to yourself. There is just something so beautiful about this being like in your root, and then your advice being this lovely lady, of course. In your external environment, there is work. So maybe it's that like in my mind, I think, oh, you just went on retreat and now you've got to get back to work. So you just finished yoga teacher training, but now you've got to go back to being an accountant. Something like that. Yeah, there's still a life, mass world life to be lived. But actually, this person generally is in pursuit of what they want to be doing. They're good at what they do. It can sometimes point to apprenticeship. I wonder if for you, because you've got temperance, if you are supposed to balance, you're supposed to balance whatever your new practice is, this deeper practice that you've learned about, that you're developing, that you're growing in. If you are supposed to make sure to stay in balance with that while you still do the worldly, admin stuff of life, right? Because temperance is in your hopes and fears. And temperance is all about, finding the middle way, being balanced. It's the balanced approach is going to yield you the best result. It will be most effective. And, so this is in hopes and fears. And so again, I just feel like maybe there's a desire to be in your new knowing, in this deeper place of understanding, but the balance of life is calling you, okay? And so I think that hopes and fears, right? So as much as you would like to indulge in the new thing, whatever this is, that's so true to your heart at this point, you've got to find that imbalance with what you're doing. And on the other hand, I can see that maybe you come back and it's just like, okay, now I've got to get into the grind and I've got to solve these problems. And, because I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, the control freak could be back trying to get it all done. And it's like, no, find the balance, do whatever your practice is, be in whatever this deeper wisdom is, the relationship, the mentorship, whatever your personal practice is that is so close to your heart, do that in conjunction with the mass world administrative grind of life. And that is going to, give you success, definitely. Temperance is, there is a message of total success when you find the middle way, okay? And then you end in the Knight of Swords, which is interesting to me, because it's very, fast, fiery movement. There could be actual movement, travel. And again, this would suggest that there is some kind of plan to move forward, possibly to travel. I'll show you this. I'm so sticky hot. The cards just stick to me. Okay. So funny enough, this night, the advice that I always want to give with this night is to slow down and to make sure that you are in a work-life balance. So again, it seems like there's a real danger here to get single-minded. And that could be for good or for bad, but generally here, even the horse is looking a little frightened and going like, how fast do you want me to run, right? So this is an invitation not to rush, to make sure that you are being methodical. This as an outcome at the end of the week, perhaps things are going to be moving extraordinarily fast, or you're going to feel like, your plate is absolutely full, and it's still the invitation with our Knight of Swords is to slow down. It's to know your agenda. There's a lot of, I think, charisma and courage and adventure here, and it's like, use your powers for good and not evil, okay? So it's going to be an interesting week, I think, for you. Again, whatever this beautiful thing is, my gosh, it's just so lovely, right? Remember this. Remember this. It's okay. This that's in your heart. You're supported by the sun. You are on a journey. There's a long game here. There is definitely a path that you are on that is going to be very fulfilling. And there's a lot of, I just keep getting like administrative details, logistics, the kind of pain in the ass stuff that, that we have to do as human beings. So take that for however that resonates. I see the journey though for you is good. This week is just going to be about finding that balance. You're on a new journey. It's supported, it is deeper, it's truer to you than maybe anything you have ever known. All right, that's just what I'm hearing, what I'm feeling. I hope this was helpful, Pisces. Stay in balance, trust the process, do what you can, where you are with what you have. And please do like this so that it will get in the algorithm, more people will see it, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm really glad that you were here, and enjoy your week.